With the holiday season approaching, I figured it was about time we got started working on some decorative things. So today, we're going to make jack-o'-lantern boxes using tools that just about any homeowner should have. Without further ado, let's get started. First of all, we have wood selection. Now, what I'm going to be using is 3/4 planed oak. This is all scrap wood I've built up over the last few years. I have no clue how long it's been. But if you want to do this project yourself and follow along, you're gonna need 1x6. Now, the 1-inch wood you buy at the store is in reality 3/4 inch. So a 1x6x8 will have all the wood you'll need to make, I believe, 3 or 4 of these, if I've got my math right. But never bet on math you did in your head. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you how to use a circular saw to get these all cut down to 8 inches by 5.5 inches. So, let's get to it. Now right here we have 7. Well, I have 7 here. Aha! Now I have 8.
What?
1 second. We'll rip this one down here in a second. But what we're going to do with these is we're going to just do a simple butt jointed box. Making sure that each one is on one edge and one flat. We're more or less going to do what I'm showing you right here.
But what about the 2 bottom rows?
Now, I do have clamps to help with this, and I'm going to be using glue here in a second. We'll do the bottom once this is done.
Why do we
But first I got to rip that one down, and then I'll get to show you how it's done. Now, throughout this whole process, it's very important to make sure that we're keeping things square as we assemble here. So, what we're going to do here, put the square on the top of it. I'm going to take... Alright, after I put the square on the top, I'm going to grab this bar clamp here. This is a 24-inch. And just make it just snug. I'm going to adjust it until the edges are flush. And it still checks out as square on here. Now, since this is just a decorative project, it doesn't matter too much. But it's still best to always keep good practice. Unfortunately, this piece of wood is warped a little bit because it's scrap wood. Alright, now the next step is going to be to make the bottoms. Now, there are better ways to do this, but the way I'm going to do it now is, since we already have our box put together, I'm going to measure out the dimensions we need. Because there are variations in the wood, no matter how much we fight it. So, 4 3/16 by 4 1/8. So, you can do that with the circular saw trick I just showed you, but I'm going to do it with the table saw. So, one moment here. Alright, now, find whichever end is closer to square, because no matter what you do, you're going to end up with slight variation. For me, that's this one side here. And you're going to take your piece, double check it fits, nice and snug. You're going to put a ring of glue around the inside. That's because I forgot to put glue in it. That's why we're not showing that one.
Is this one gonna be mine?
We'll see. I'm not doing a very good job with glue.
It looks like cheese. I like cheese.
Now,
Cheese is my favorite.
you're going to get it lined up.
And then glue over that.
Once it starts to get a bit too tough to do with your hands, you can grab a mallet.
Like everybody has those. Why does this tip of the nails, this tip of the screw sticks to the screwdriver?
Because it's magnetic.
Oh.
Now, once that's done, we're going to take our drill. Same bit as before, 1/8 inch. Alright. Now, we're going to use what you all probably know is my favorite stain. Well, it's not even a stain at all. My favorite finish. Fruitwood Danish oil. This gives it a little bit of an orange hue to it. And I could not find a real orange stain. Now, when we get done, I have a second one that we've been working on that will be stained red. But for the video, I'll show you this one. Just like always, soak a rag in the oil, wipe it on.